Let's first look at in the form of a tree. Let's walk through the step of heap sort. First, we'll start with an unsorted array, then we'll build a max heap from the array, and finally we'll sort the array by repeatedly removing the maximum element from the heap and placing it at the end of the array. Let's take an unsorted array as an example: 4, 6, 3, 2, 9, 7, 10, and 1. This step 1, building max heap. We started by building a max heap from the given array. We convert the array into the maximum heap, where each element satisfies the property of the heap, that is, each element is greater than or equal to its children. Let's start with the last element and move to the beginning of the array, applying the heapify procedure to each element. This ensures that the heap will be the maximum. After converting the array, it will look like this: 10, 9, 7, 2, 4, 6, 3, 1. Heapify the array, and the next step is sort the array. Now we'll repeatedly now we have the maximum now we'll repeatedly extract the maximum element from the heap and place it at the end of the array. We will take the maximum element out of the heap one by one and place it at the end of the array, extracting the maximum element. The maximum element in the heap is always at the root, the first element. We exchange it with the last element in the heap and reduce the heap size by 1. Heap conversion. After extracting the maximum element, we need to make sure that the remaining part of the heap still satisfies the property of the maximum heap. We apply the sliding down procedure to the root of the heap, repeating the process. Repeat the steps until there are no elements left in the heap. Building a sorted array, each extracted maximum element is placed at the end of the array. So after this process is completed, the array will be sorted. This completes the heap sorting algorithm. The array is now sorted in ascending order. Okay, sorry that I am using Java vocabulary. I still have some problems with my laptop. Thanks for understanding. Now let's look at the code. Build max heap. We start by building a max heap from the unsorted array. This is done by repeatedly heapifying the array, starting from the last unknown leaf node down to the root. And the heapify function is used to maintain the max heap property. It complements the current node with its children and swaps if necessary to ensure the node is greater than its children. Heap sort. Once we have built the max heap, we repeatedly extract the maximum element from the heap, which is always at the root. Swap it with the last element of the heap, and then heapitive the remaining heap to restore the max heap property. And next, so print sorted array. Finally, we print the sorted array. Original array is 4, 6, 3, 2, 9, 7, 10, and 1. And sorted array is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10. Thank you for attention.